What is up, guys? Half Slab Bacon back with another episode in Bacon's World. So, guys, they say in Canada there's two seasons, winter and construction. And that's how my week's been so far, I swear to God. I've spent a lot of time, though, because of that, researching one of our major projects. And today we're going to kind of just get the ball rolling. And I'll show you what we're doing. Yeah, that's right. It's probably in the title. Planning the wood farm. Yeah, baby. So, before we get on that, I did want to point out my experiment with the golems. So, they killed the ones in the corners pretty quick. That could get expensive fast. So, these guys, I tried running just with them, and it wasn't working as effective. I had to lower them a few blocks. They're like 10 or 11 blocks off the ground now. Well, I should probably tell you, shouldn't I? So we're at 25. Let's just go up and say hi to our little friend here. Oh, we can't go that way. It's thing. Okay. 33. So, yeah. They are 8 blocks off the ground? Yeah. I was wrong they were 10 or 11 blocks off the ground. They are now 8 because much higher than that, and the slimies wouldn't track them. Now, though, if I come around the corner and there's a slime out here, I can see him just kind of hopping around in a circle underneath trying to track him. So that's the thing. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this crazy wood farm, you older subs would recall, and those of you that aren't older subs, nope, definitely want to keep my thing on my hotbar. Would recall that back in here, we have a skeleton farm hiding back in here. I don't know why I put those there. Why wouldn't I just for easy access, right? Yeah, and I wanted to try and line this up with our wood farm as much as humanly possible. I mean, no guarantee it's gonna happen. Oh yeah, that's a dead end. But it's here, right? It's here, and if we could somehow get our AFK spot for the skelly spawner within 16 blocks of this, I would be ecstatic. Now, let me just take a look at our coords here. 81. I've marked basically the top and bottom entrances of where I want to go, so I can try and line this up. And we might end up just setting the thing back a lot more than I thought. Really? Yeah. Right here. Yeah, baby. This might be doable, guys. We're at 16. Okay. Now, 16, ironically, is the exact height that we want the water stream to take our wood out. So we will not be able to build it that far, but we can go slightly above it. At 18 is about where the room we wanted to connect to is. Alright guys, I think this is going to work. Check this out. So I got this figured out. We wanted a top and bottom entrance, right? So if we line up, and you can see, yes, I have cave I'm going to have to deal with. That's that one that we were lighting up a while back. But if I plan on our entrance being just somewhere over in this early direction, right? Off here, to get to the top of like our AFK spot, in other words, if we position the exact AFK spot when I'm wood farming right there, that block, everything should work out fine for the wiring. More gold. I love gold. As well as, ooh, yum. As well as for like actually incorporating the skelly spawner. So we don't need anything fancy for the skelly spawner. Like nothing hugely crazy, right? It just needs to be, I should turn that off so I'm not irritating you guys. It just needs to be something that is auto kill, complete auto kill, so that they fall to their deaths, dye their faces, and we get all the bones to replace the bone meal from the wood farm. Now, this is going to give us plenty of room. Like, you remember the cave that we were lighting up? That's what that leads into, is right here. You can see it comes around, and that hole we poked out is right there. So that gives you an idea how this is going to affect our overall design. We still have a ways back that way to go to clean some stuff out. Like, I think there's a whole ravine back there I haven't lit up yet. I'm going to have to take a bunch of ores out. All that kind of fun, good stuff. Yes, it'll be a thing. It'll be a thing. Oh, I poked in off camera and a creeper blew up because I had that left there. So this really, I'm going to be at my liberty. Oh, the frame rate lag. To do what I want with, as long as we line this up perfectly. Sorry about the lag, guys. What do you want me to tell you? That will get better over time. One, I'm going to get a more powerful graphics card eventually. That'll help, because most of it's the Optifine bells and whistles. And two, there's some other tricks we can do in this area to help reduce the loading issues. But if we come out down here, we can see, bam. That gives us direct access here. And you can see by this, we can easily go up and get the clearance we need if we're standing right there. There's a couple layers of wiring that are going to need to be underneath that, and then we can put the ceiling on. And I'm thinking we might just have like a drop chamber right onto magmas, probably, for these guys. And that'll be like as crazy as we get in terms of that kind of stuff. I'll be pretty happy with that. So I got rid of the water here. We'll probably fill all this in just after we're done connecting up down here. Because what I would like to see is this section down here. I would like to reroute the blast chamber for the wood all the way into here. And kind of have like, I don't know, a storage room where we can watch the wood collect and go into some chests and then send it off from here into the water stream. Just because while I'm AFKing, I don't want to, oh, the frame rate lag is so real doing all this right now. It is so real. Sorry, guys. It'll get better. It'll get better. I don't want like all that wood going constantly to our storage area while we're AFK in here. It's too far away. It's going to cause some issues. And if the farm's going like no tomorrow, it's also going to like probably overburden it because of the rates. So now I kind of have the clues. Like, we're going to have to set up a beacon here for sure. I'm going to have to go up top, figure out where my coords are, bring a beacon down. All right, guys. So when it comes to redstone, most of you that have been watching for a while know by now that I usually don't use other people's designs, or I take very old and classic designs and modernize them and custom configure them for myself. Well, this one's going to be an exception, okay? One, I've repeatedly said in the tutorial series that there are actually no wood farms out there that are technically more efficient than just speed mining it yourself with an efficiency 5 pick and haste 2. And this is true. But the thing with that is it's not AFKable, right? It's not AFKable at all. So while it's technically more efficient on a block per block basis, if you do everything ideal, it is possible to get more wood per hour with a tree farm. It's just very complicated and very expensive, which is why I've generally tended to avoid it. I use some of the older designs way back in the day and that kind of thing, but This is out of my wheelhouse, guys, and there happens to be a guy who is probably the world expert right now, Mr. Ilmango, and I've mentioned him in past. So we are in his world download for his 1.11 universal tree farm. He's pretty much perfected it, guys. This is about as this is about as compact and efficient as it can get. As a matter of fact, here's the individual wood farm itself, and he's got it down to a science. Ignore the command blocks here. They are for demonstration purposes. You can see if we do this, see, it's just so he can run the thing while he is showing you, and I'm going to make use of his command blocks for the same reason. So overall, the wood farm itself is pretty small, compact, and very efficient. Let's drop this, and we'll come in here, and we'll start her up. You can see if I just stay here, and I hold that down, that was the wrong block. Yeah, I should be using oak right now. I'm lucky I'm not breaking his farm. But you can see the farm does everything itself. It's really amazing. Now, of course, you're subject to failure like that sometimes just because of bone meal and growth. But that's the thing. Now, he's even got a selector panel. You can see if we push that and then we hit this one, it raised those slime blocks for the bigger trees, such as jungle. Yep, it's impressive. It is impressive. So he's got down to everything, keeping this block lit at a light level of 8 when the farm is off. And then if you notice, we do this and we come back over here, we have a block light of 7. And that is essential to prevent accidental tree growth when you're doing the oak trees. So he's literally thought of everything, keeping the height of the oak trees by lowering this and restricting the overall area of growth with a completely enclosed casing, how to get them out of here, and it's using zero ticks. So this is about as efficient and fast as you can set up a farm like this. You'll even notice he's using the wood blocks that you're moving out of the farm themselves to power the pistons moving back and forth. So we have a whole bunch of triple piston extenders, lots of zero tick going on. On this side, he's used a ton of observers to move this up. He's using observers to directly power pistons as they're moving to keep everything compact and closed off. You can see here, we've got glass chambers that move up and down in order to cause block updates, to update pistons, and so on and so forth. From a technical standpoint, guys, this is amazing. Oh, and we got apples. Also, one beautiful part, which is going to work out great for our Skelly farm, is you can see right now this lamp, that is the lamp that's changing the block lighting on the dirt. If we go into game mode 3, we can come up and you can see the dirt blocks right there, and my AFK spot is right here. So if we sink down from the AFK spot, notice the torch that turns that light on and off. So that torch is on right now, which means we can actually feed a wire off that for our Skelly farm lighting to shut the Skelly farm off directly from underneath where we're standing. So when we go in, we turn it on, it'll automatically shut the lights off for the Skelly farm and start producing bone meal for us while we're using the wood farm. Oh, it's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. Now, naturally, there's going to be a ton of off-camera work because I'm not going to be able to build this as I'm recording. I'll probably do builds in chunks and then, hit record and just give you a progress update. I might do some mining out on stream. We might get that started soon. Maybe this weekend. I'm not sure what's going on with my son. It'll depend mostly on that. But yeah, the actual building is going to be so technical that I'll have to just focus on that. Truth be told, I'll probably have this world on my other screen so I can follow it around, and his tutorial on my TV all at once. Now, I love what he did here. This is probably my favorite thing going on right now. Let's hop into one. So, like I said, he had command blocks there for display purposes. Now, this one right here is actually going to be to auto-place saplings. So that command block there is now set up to issue commands to replace this sapling, so I can run around the outside of the farm and show you what's going on. So we're going to want acacia selected here, not oak, which means that's up. And we're going to run this. And there's a reason for that, and that is because there. Now it'll run on its own. And you can see what's going on out here. So the reason is this thing. There's technically 2 more modules here and a TNT Blast Chamber that we're going to use. There's 3 or 4 videos for this. I'll link them all in the description. You can see the lag this thing is causing already. But yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. You can see some of the leaves are going to grow outside of the chamber. So around like the exterior here that we have our redstone room, I'm planning on that entire thing being lit. The walls will probably all be sea lanterns just to keep all of this lit. He's got glowstone in strategic places, you can see. It's just incredible work. He's using gravity blocks to update timings. It's phenomenal. What we just heard there was the blast chamber. And this thing's even more amazing. Now, it's not 100%, and you can see why here. It's around 97%. Technically, we could use a duper up here, but he designed it with this because some things don't allow dupers, some servers, and, well, quite frankly, the TNT duping, I'm not going to use it because it'll probably get patched eventually, and then I'll have to fix it. So we'll just craft TNT for this. This doesn't go off super often, so it won't be crazy expensive. He's provided other options for, servers that don't allow TNT or withers. You can have this, which is a block method, and I believe down here he has incorporated a kill switch. Yes, so when that wood comes all the way over here and hits it, it will automatically shut the farm off. So, dare you attempt this in your own world? Everything's here, guys. Like I said, there's 3 videos. One is for this. Another is for this section right here. You can see what it is actually doing is it's taking that stream of 9 high logs from our machine here, and it is converting them into a feed tape, basically, to go over to the TNT Blast Chamber. And then you can see they're pushed up in sections. And when they reach the top, they get pushed out. And when it gets pushed out far enough, it will trigger the TNT to come down. So that's what's going on there. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, if we wait a minute here, we should be able to watch the TNT go off. And here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So this thing produces, with this setup, roughly around a couple 100 blocks every time that blows up. And I forget, something like between 6,000 and 7,000 logs per hour, which is pretty dang efficient for AFK. He's even got this here. So if you wanted to build this in your own world, he's got a suggested storage setup, and even conveniently located right where you would come into AFK. Yeah, very impressive. You can see it does return enough saplings to keep you going while you're AFK. The only one you need to start a few with is jungle. You can't start with one, you have to start with, you know, I would suggest at least 16, maybe half a stack in your inventory, just to keep it, because they don't always return one every time. But all in all, it's pretty self-contained here. This feed tape also works on 0 tick. You can see it's going to cause a ton of lag in my base. Oh, I love it. But it works great. It's going to take a ton of build. So we're going to use the tree farm itself 100%. We're going to use this feed tape 100%. We're not going to use the storage. We're going to customize our own there. We're going to use this 100%. And this is about the perfect dimensions for it. We just don't need that part. Conveniently, it's kind of similar to over here in spacing, if you have a look. So I actually measured this out. So we're going to need 47 long hallway by 31 wide and 31 tall. And that's going to put the walls, the outside walls, about 3 blocks all the way around this thing. It's insane. When you look at the amount of resources we need, now you know why I wanted to farm like all the obsidian, all the observers, all the things. We're going to need a lot. But yeah, I'm excited. All right, peeps, so we're up top exactly at 271.81. Right there is where we need our beacon set up, because that's going to be the center. You can see where our other beacons are in relation to that. So yeah, there's our now Netherwort farm, old mob farm off in the distance. There's our little villager house. So of course there's a tree I have to take down, because, you know, that's always got to be the way. Stupid tree stuff and things. I should have brought shears. I'm not worried about it though. Let's just get it out of the way. There we go. So we're going to set that up here. Definitely want the beacon thing going. And I also kind of want to go like, I don't know, reasonably low with this. So I'm thinking we're going to just terraform a little bit here. Try and make it look a little more natural. Oh, the lag is... You know what? I shut the villager farm off, but I bet you I got a bunch in there again. That's what's causing this. Knowing me, that would be it. So let's just go down one here. And let's... For now, I'm just going to put one of these bad boys right there. This is temporary anyways, right? And then we need to be, what was it? 31 high. So we're going to be around 22 is going to be like the floor for our redstone. So we need 50 blocks above that. So say 62 is about where we're going to want our, whoops, wrong button, beacon. The bottom of it. So right here. Yeah, right here. So I'm going to get that done. I'll be back. All right, guys, the beacon is in. You can see I've left a 2-block gap here. I'm not particularly worried. I mean, there is a chance a creeper could, you know, explode and come down here. And if it blew that, I would be pissed, because that's my very last beacon. Yeah. I mean, I know it's not that hard. I always grab too much of this. I know it's not that hard for me to get another one, but I like having a spare around. And that's not, yeah, that's not going to be a thing right now. And I do want like the rest of this closed off as much as possible till we tear this down or decide like a permanent location, because that'll be a thing. So we went this way, I believe. Where was our hole? 59. So that way. So yeah, the hole we dug would be down here. Yes, I'm digging straight down. Yes, I know it's not smart, but what do you do? Let's at least go like this so you guys can see, thanks to Optifine's dynamic lighting. Hopefully we don't end up in lava. We do have, there we go. Yeah, that's good. That's good, I think. That's good. It's right on the edge. That shows us how high our beacon is. And now we should, yes, we have haste 2 down here. Awesome, guys. Awesome. 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 So I have marked out basically, like I've gone back this way, you can see, and I have figured out like where our edge can be. You see there's like blocks for our farm thing. Ooh, there's one right there. Oh no. Any farther back than that? No. Okay, well, I can work with that. I do believe this is our wall anyways. 11 off. Yeah, that's our wall. That's where the glass is actually, or glass, the what do you call them, are actually gonna go. Our block stuff and things. Sea lanterns. That's where our light wall's gonna be. So we're okay there, but I mean now, as you can see, Bacon's got his work cut out for him. Tons of this to do over the next coming days and weeks. And then hours and hours of redstone placing before we have a functional farm. And then probably a couple stuff and things. What do you call it? Probably a couple days of decorating. And then we're actually going to have a wood farm. I'm excited, guys. And this will be like the last major project for the base. Then we're getting into little decorative touches and that kind of stuff. And probably do a world download like after this and a couple more decorative touches I have planned in the main room. Yeah, I think so. So anyways, guys, smash that like if you enjoyed the episode to help others like yourself who might enjoy the content find the channel. And if you're new and you haven't already, hit that sub button for more videos, peoples. We do awesome stuff like this all the time, right? Thanks for watching. Bye.